Hello, everyone. Technical difficulties once again this morning, but hopefully you are catching me live this time. Third time's a charm. I've tried to jump on 3 times. Yes, I am there, so it's all working. Okay, so hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. When you jump on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Normally, you see me at the beginning of my videos. Now, the reason that you're not seeing me this morning is I've had a minor operation on my nose. So I have 5 stitches in the bridge of my nose. So I'm not looking to crash hot this morning. So I decided that I would go live no matter what. But you just don't get to see my little smiley face this morning. So I hope that's okay with everybody. So please jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. This is, I'm going to be playing, so I'm going to get straight into crafting this morning because you're not going to get to see me to chat. This is a beautiful, brand new, exclusive new suite that is an early release out of our new catalogue that will be going live in June. Customers are allowed to order this on the 1st of April, but I have a way of you ordering this right now. So if you simply fall in love with this, I will tell you how you can get your hands on it this month without delay, and because you are going to simply fall in love with it. It is called the Ornate Garden Suite. So I'm just going to bring things down a little bit so you can see. So it's called the Ornate Garden Suite. It is a super, super awesome suite. Now, to purchase the whole suite here in Australia, it is, from memory, $238. So it actually just goes over the starter kit price. So you can actually place this in your starter kit. You can't get the whole suite, so you may be able to maybe just take one little thing out of the suite and order things individually, and you can still get this in your starter kit. But it is simply stunning. So it has a double stamp set with framelets. So we have the ornate borders, which is absolutely stunning. We have the ornate style stamp set that has these beautiful floral images, beautiful little scrolly pieces, little flowers. So it's a super, super beautiful stamp set. We have the ornate layers. There is so many dies in this set. It is unbelievable. We have the ornate layers. So you have these beautiful filigree layers here. And I love filigree layers. And you have also these ones on the back here. I've popped them onto a magnetic sheet. So there is so many framelets. It is not funny. Plus we've got this awesome ornate thanks stamp set. Now this thanks stamp set is so great. It's got the massive big thank you. It's got so grateful. It's got thanks. And it's got all these other little sayings that you can put with it. You can say, why thank you? You can say, thank you, my friend. Seriously, so grateful. Thanks ever so much. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. So there's some really, really awesome sayings in this suite. So it is a fantastic suite that I'm telling you, you will absolutely want to get your hands on it. So that's just the stamp sets and the framelets. We have this gorgeous embossing folder as well. So this is a really super cute ornate floral 3D embossing folder. So we're going to use that today in our crafting. We have this awesome ribbon combo pack, and it is terracotta tile and old olive. Hi Kylie, how are you going? Hey Linda, so I'll just say good morning to everyone. I've got Doris, Sharon, Rita, Christine, Debbie, Anne-Marie, Marilyn, Laurie, Nick's Crafty Corner, hey Nick, Lynn, Margaret, Curly Top, thank you, Liz, Bonnie, Linda, Kylie. So thank you everyone for joining. Okay, so we've got that awesome ribbon combo. These are gorgeous. These are called Gilded Gems, and they are beautiful, sort of like gold foil faceted gems. So they're absolutely gorgeous. They are a must, I can tell you. And this beautiful designer series paper. So this is one side of the paper. So you have these gorgeous florals in all different colors. Now I do have the color scheme out here. There is a sneak peek of probably one new color coming, and the new color I think is called Buttercup. But these are the other colors that are matching with it. So we've got Terracotta Tile, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Whisper White, and I've just put our Daffodil Delight with it. But it is a new color that's coming, and I dare say it's probably a sneak peek of our in colors, and it's called Buttercup. So it will be a really, really nice color. You call it coffee with Donna? Do you know what? And I have my coffee here. So I've got my coffee all sorted, ready to go. So welcome back to my live crafting on YouTube. I go live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and I have been missing in action because I've been doing my retreats, my 2-day retreats, the last 3 weekends in a row. So that's why I haven't been live on a Saturday, but I'm back. And even with stitches in my nose, it hasn't stopped me. Yes, the paper comes in 12 by 12, Doris. Yes, it does. Is it called Bumblebee? Hang on, I will see on the back of the paper because I have the paper pack over here. I did have the paper pack. Where did I put the paper pack? There it is there. It could be called Bumblebee. I might be wrong. We're all saying Buttercup and it could be called Bumblebee. It is called Bumblebee. So, at a guess, it's obviously going to be a really nice yellow. So, yes, it is Bumblebee. I stand corrected. So, we have these florals on one side. And we have these gorgeous other sides, the reverse side. So, we've got the beautiful terracotta tile, the mint macaron, and these gorgeous foiled pieces. So, I don't know whether you can see that in the video, but beautiful foiled pieces. So we're going to get into crafting. So without further ado, I'm going to get into crafting with this gorgeous bundle because there's so many things that we can do with it. And this is just, this morning it will be just touching on what we can do with it. I can tell you there is going to be so many beautiful projects done with this. So I'm going to start super simple with these gorgeous little note cards that we have. These little note cards that we can have that go with the Best Dressed suite. So I'm going to open a pack of those, and I just want to get out. These have got gorgeous watercolor washes on them. So I actually did a card using this. So my idea was, I'm going to bring out that one and that one. So my idea was you could do a really, really cute, simple little pack of thank you note cards, okay? So I'm bringing in the gorgeous little daisy flower, I suppose you would call it, and I'm going to bring in crushed curry ink, early espresso and old olive. And I'm just going to make a super cute, easy little note card here. So I'm just going to use sponge daubers. So you may look at that. I looked at this flower and thought, you know what? That would be awesome for doing a beautiful, simple little note card. So I've got my sponge daubers here. And with my crushed curry, I'm going to go over the flower with my crushed curry. I'm then going to, with my old olive, I'm going to do the stem. Now you could do this with our Stampin' Write markers as well, but honestly, I don't really get into using the Stampin' Write markers for colouring. It's just me personally. And then in the middle of my daisy, I'm just going to put some Early Espresso just in the middle. Then I'm going to huff on that to moisten up the ink, and I'm just going to stamp that down there. Okay, so we've got a super cute little daisy. And then with our thanks stamp, I'm going to ink that up with my Early Espresso. So I'm going to ink up the thanks, and I'm just going to stamp thanks just down on that bottom 2/3 of the card. And then I'm going to, with my old olive, I'm going to ink up for all you do. So this is a really, really simple little note card that you could make. So for all you do in old olive down below, for all you do. And then there's an array of little flowers that I thought with, I'm going to stamp off, but I'm just going to, with my crushed curry, there's this gorgeous set of flowers. So I thought I'll stamp off and just stamp some flowers on there, stamp off, stamp some flowers down there. And then on the inside, I'm going to do the same thing. So some flowers up the top, stamp off and down there. Okay, so there you have, in 5 seconds flat, a super cute little note card and envelope. So I think a pack of these in one of our gorgeous little pizza boxes would be super, super cute. So, so it is absolutely very easy to make some quick little note cards. So I hope you like that one. That was like a super quick little teaser of this gorgeous suite. So I'll get that out of the way and I'll move on to my next one. So then I thought I'll use a little bit of the designer series paper and make a really super cute card using the designer series paper. So I incorporated the colours that were in the suite. All right. So I've done some die cutting ahead of time. Now, one of the things that I would say about using these beautiful filigree dies is I've been using my precision base plate. Okay, so the precision, it's really hard to say, precision base plate is this one here. So the metallic base plate, okay? So it's an adapter that goes on. I'm using my magnetic plate underneath, so it's a bit hard to get. Okay, so I've got my magnetic base plate, but then I'm using the precision base plate. Now, the reason that I'm doing that, these dies are very intricate and very detailed. So it works really well with that. If you don't have the precision base plate, my suggestion would be to make sure that you actually cut your framelets, turn them with the cutting side up and pop your cardstock with the blade cutting up through it and run it through a couple of times. So only that they're so detailed, you want to get a really nice, good cut image. So that's just a little bit of a tip that I've found that has made it, a lot better. So what I decided to do was just take the colours that were in it. So I've got old olive and I've got terracotta tile. So my card base is cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches. And when you fold it in half, so I'm just going to fold it in half and use my bone folder, which has gone missing, but that's okay, I'll use that one. So fold it in half, and then that gives you a card front size of 4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Now, these are my measurements. Everyone says, what measurements do you do with your layers? These are my measurements because I like to use a really easy size on the front. So 4 inches, I can go down by 1/4 inch increments to get my layers to happen. So I don't, all you get is a little slither off the side of your cardstock that you waste. And honestly, you can keep those pieces and use them as trimmings on the insides of your cards as well. So then this one here, I've cut 1/4 inch smaller than my card front. So I've cut it at 3 3/4 inches this way by 5 1/2 inches this way. This one I've cut 1/8 inch smaller, so I just get that minute border of the terracotta tile showing in behind. So I'm just going to grab my Tombow and we'll glue that layer down. So if you have any questions while I'm going along here, please feel free to ask as we go along. If you're new to my channel, please feel free to jump on and say hello and say that you're a first time watcher, because I love finding out that I've reached more people, and I love for people to chat with me while I'm crafting. So please jump on and say hello. Don't be scared. No one's gonna hear anything that's going on in your house. I know that some people have said that about live videos. Do they hear what I say? And I'm like, no one hears anything. So I've got that layered up really nicely. So I'm actually going to use some of the ribbon, where did I put that? Okay, so I'm going to use some of the old olive ribbon, And I'm just going to show you because I've done a different color scheme with my sample card that I did. So I'll bring the sample card in when I'm finished here. Okay, I'm sure they make these childproof to get off. Ah. There, now I've got it. Okay, so I'm just going to use my old olive ribbon. I'm going to use my normal trick where I put the double-sided tape on the back. First time, do I call you Ginny? Is that how you say your name, or is it Guinea? Thank you. Whereabouts are you from? I'm looking at Ginny Mullins or Guinea Mullins. Thank you for jumping on and saying hello. Welcome. I love it when people chat with me. And you know, I had a friend of mine that said to me that she felt like she was sitting beside me in my craft room, and I love that. I actually woke up to an email saying that this morning too, that they love, oh, thank you, Cindy. Cindy said she loves all my ideas. So I'm just going to stick my ribbon into that double-sided tape, and I'm going to wrap that around and stick the other end in. Like gin the drink, that's a great way to explain it. Well, welcome, Ginny, and thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Whereabouts do you live? Are you from overseas, or are you in Australia? You're a good old Aussie like I am? Oh, from Michigan, sorry, I've just read. Well, welcome. How's the weather going in Michigan? Are you still getting freezing cold weather over there? It's beautiful and warm. It's actually cooled off here in Australia. Faith saying, oh, Faith, this is your first time also. Well, welcome, Faith, from Pennsylvania. Welcome. I hope you enjoy my live crafting. Liz is saying you're going to enjoy my crafting. Okay, so there we have that glued on there. So then I've got this gorgeous layer here, so I thought I will pop that up with dimensionals. Oh, it's spring, so you're getting a little bit of warmer weather. It's just started to cool off here. I was only saying to my husband yesterday, it's just starting to cool off. We're getting those cooler nights, and I've started, when I get up of a morning, just putting a longer cardigan or jumper on. Oh, Faith, you normally enjoy the replays, so you've caught me live this time, so that's good. What time is it over there for you guys? It's probably late, is it? Getting late? Kylie saying she has jumpers on this morning. Yes, it's starting to cool off. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that. I'm going to pop it over towards the right-hand side because I want to have room for a bow there. So I'm just going to look at that. Isn't that just a stunning die cut? Isn't it gorgeous? I love these filigree dies. They're wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to clean that thanks stamp. And I might bring in my old olive, I think, and stamp with my old olive. Oh, okay, 7:30 in the evening. It's not too bad. I know when I go early, like I'm on early, because this is 10 a.m. on Saturday morning for us here. So I know when I go live earlier in the morning, I can tend to catch people over in America in the afternoon. Cheryl, you love the look of the die cuts? I'm telling you, you will love them. Definitely love them. They are gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to take this stamp here, and I'm going to take, so this is this gorgeous scrolly stamp. So I'm going to do that with So Saffron. I'm just going to ink it up. I'm going to stamp it off on my scrap piece of paper and then stamp over the top of that thanks. And the reason that I'm doing that, you will see here, it just creates a gorgeous overlay, if you can see that. So it just takes that plain look off that front piece. So I'm now going to pop that up on dimensionals. Yes, we're always a day ahead of you, Faith. So I have a friend of mine that's in the US and she says, don't tell me what's going to happen, Donna. And I said, I can already tell you what's going to happen. I can see the future. It's funny, isn't it? Okay, it's 5:30 in Canada. Thank you, Geraldine. So I'm just going to pop that up in the middle. And I want to I've got this bit cut for the inside, but I want to show you this really neat thing with the dies, which is fantastic. And I'm going to have to bring the die cutting machine in. I'm going to use this one here. So, and you'll see in a minute why I'm going to do that. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Okay. 7:30 in Quebec in Canada. Okay, so 7:25 in New York. Okay, so there's obviously different parts of Canada that are different time zones. It's a little bit like that here in Australia. We have Queensland has a different time to the rest of Australia. South Australia has a different time. Western Australia has a different time. Oh, and that's going to move. I want that to stay. So I'm just going to line this up on the bottom of this piece and hopefully that's going to stay. Oh. Stay straight. I might need some washi tape. Just kidding. Okay, there. Put that down carefully and run it through. Now, as I said, I am using this detailed, the precision plate because it cuts out so much nicer. But you wait until you see how this cuts. Look at this. It is simply gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. Okay, so I'll pop that out of the way. And there's two pieces that are like this in these dies. So we have that long, narrow one there, but we also have this little shorter, thicker one as well. But I just thought this would be really nice on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to pop out those pieces. The only thing I can say is, and I have been using my die brush when I've been using these framelets because, the dies, because they have lots and lots of little pieces to poke out. Save the bits for a shaker card? Yes, Bev, that's a great idea. But you can see, like, even just using just the dies, not a lot of the stamps or anything like that, just the dies themselves are simply stunning. And so you can get these gorgeous looks. So now for your inserts on your card, isn't that just simply gorgeous? Oops, I've got a little piece there that didn't come out. Let's get that. Come out. It wants to stay in there. Okay, got that out. All right, so now you can do that with the inserts of your card. And then just to finish it off, we will tie a super cute bow for the front. This ribbon's lovely to tie as well. It goes into bows really, really nicely. It's always good when you get a ribbon that ties really nice. There. Snip and snip. Okay. So I'm just going to pop that there, and I do my little trick with my double-sided tape. I just pop a little bit of double-sided tape on there for it to stick into. And the reason I like doing that is just depending on the weather. Sometimes you will find that a glue dot, your bow may drop off, and I don't like that to happen. I don't want my recipient getting the card and the bow has dropped off. So I just feel like the double-sided tape, it makes your bow sit really nice. Plus it stops your bow from dropping off and losing it before the recipient gets it. So now we need to put some bling on. It is a good idea for the insert, isn't it, Kylie? I agree. It's quite lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to, I think I'm going to use the medium one. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. And I want to pop one there. And a smaller one. Oh, that's because I need to get my putty end out. It's a brand new Take Your Pick tool, so I didn't have the putty end out. One there. And I'm thinking another little one just there. So isn't that just a gorgeous card? And using just the designer series paper and some of the framelits. Now I just bring it in, this is my other card. So I've reversed the colors on the cards. So I've done this one with the terracotta tile base and the terracotta tile ribbon, and this one here with the old olive. So, but beautiful cards, and I think that probably some of my customers are going to love getting these gorgeous cards in the mail for their orders. So, if there's anyone in Australia that wants to purchase any of these products, as I said, this can be purchased in a starter kit right now, and I'd be happy to help you out with that. And I will put the information in the show more box down below after I finish doing this video, because I had so many hard times trying to, actually I can type it in here. My mobile number, I'll type my mobile number in here. So that if anyone wants to do any orders, I'm happy to do orders over the phone. Or my website is, oops-a-daisy. Sorry, I'm typing here. DonnaG.stampinup.net. Oops. Oh, typing is really bad. Oh, and I didn't do that right. So let me do this again. Here we go. We will go again. www.donnag.stampinup.net. So if anyone wants any more information, you can find my online store. You can find my website at donnag.stampinup.net, or you can call me on 0421 72. Oh, that's not even right. I need to get rid of that comment. That comment is really wrong. Remove. Thank you. We'll try this again. My mobile number is 0421 725-015. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if you're ever wanting to place orders or you're ever wanting to contact me, feel free to call me on that number. You can text in your orders, or you can call me, and I would be happy to place an order for you. Okay, so now I have another one here that I'm sort of, I don't really know. Actually, no, I'm going to do this one. I've got this gorgeous gold one, gold and cream, that I decided to do, which is simply stunning. Now, I have done a little bit ahead of time. I'm going to leave that one back there. So I've done a little bit ahead of time. So I've actually embossed this gorgeous floral image with gold embossing powder, and I've stamped it onto one of these gorgeous framelits. I've also cut this one out as the backing, but I'm going to do something a little bit extra for that backing layer. So I want to get this gorgeous embossing folder. So I'm just going to pull that out of the packet. Okay. And I'm going to emboss my gold layer with this gorgeous floral embossing folder. So I've cut it out, but I'm also going to emboss it, just to change that background a bit. So I'm going to bring in my big shot. Now this is a 3D embossing folder, so it will need just your base plate and the blue embossing plate. And you always put it through, fold going through your machine first, going through the rollers first, so that you don't break your embossing folder, and always put a plate on top. if you don't put the plate on top, what actually happens is it will curl up your embossing folder and it looks like a duck's beak. So, and once it's curled up like that, there's no changing it. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Gorgeous. So, I think I might, that's all as far as I got was with the planning, was that I was going to do that and that on the front of a cream card, but I'm actually going to turn it probably into a wedding card. So let me see if I can find my Last a Lifetime bundle, which there it is there. Okay, so I think I might pair it up with this gorgeous suite. So I'm thinking to the new Mr. and Mrs., or should I just do congratulations? We might do just congratulations. No, I'm going to do to the new Mr. and Mrs. So I'm going to grab a piece of very vanilla cardstock. Just a scrap, which I have some here. Okay, so I'm going to emboss this with gold. So I'll grab that. I'm going to use my embossing buddy. Just going to emboss a little bit down here. So I've got my embossing buddy. I'm going to grab my Versamark. I'm going to ink up that stamp to the new Mr. and Mrs. and stamp that down there. Okay, and we're going to use our gold embossing powder. And I'm going to grab that scrap piece of paper to catch my embossing powder. I have such a mess here on my desk. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we have to the new Mr. and Mrs. Now I always heat from behind, and sorry that's making that flicker. Hang on, I'll get rid of that. That might make it go if I get rid of that. It's too much light and too much white paper sitting on my desk, so that might make it a bit better. Okay. So I'm going to heat that. Sorry, it's still making it happen, but I'll just heat it anyway and we'll get through this. So you can see that turning that to gold and nice and smooth. Heat embossing is wonderful. If you haven't tried it, it is awesome. So I've used Versamark ink. I used my embossing buddy first, and that actually stops any of the embossing powder from sticking to any like oily fingerprints or anything like that. I'm going to just cut that off so that it stops the flickering light happening. So bear with me. I'll be... Okay, there. All right. That's a bit better. All right, so I'm thinking maybe this framelit might go around the Mr. and Mrs. And it does. It's perfecto. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out. I'm now crafting on the fly, people. I don't really have have a great deal organised here, but you will see how I do things. I did this last time I did a live video. I just decided to just jump on and craft and have a good time. So, all right. So I'm going to pop that there. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to run that through. And I always suggest, because they are so detailed, run it through a couple of times. Hello, Cindy from Texas. Thank you for joining. Yes, this is the Ornate Garden Suite, Lynn. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we've got that gorgeous framelit there. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way again. I'm going to bring in my die brush and see if I can get some of those out. It's the only thing with this is getting those little pieces out, but your die brush actually helps with getting quite a lot of them out. And then you just go through the ones that you can't get out with your die brush, you go through with your pokey tool and get it out. Those little scrolly bits get stuck in there. But yeah, most of those have come out, that die brush. That's why I did some things ahead of time, because poking these little bits out takes a while. I did with the bigger ones, I did actually have them when they were still in the die itself and use the die brush, and I found that the pieces came out a lot easier than trying to do it afterwards, like after you get it out of the die, but not too bad. Okay, so let's clean this desk up a bit. Okay, so we've got that, and that. So that's looking quite cute. Okay, so I think what I'm actually going to do is, this is a piece of our thick Very Vanilla, and I do have some crushed curry on here, but I'm going to use it anyway because the layer's going to cover it up. I sat it on a stamp that was inked up with the crushed curry, so that's why I've got it there. But as you can see, that layer is going to layer over the top of it and you're not going to see it anyway, so it's all good. All right, so I think I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to glue it down because it's been embossed. Hey Janet, how you going? Oh, that's a shame. You missed my voice, Janet? Oh dear. Maybe refresh. Sometimes, Janet, when you refresh, it comes back and it comes back a bit better. Sometimes it's just the speed of your internet too. Sometimes and being, well, for us here, it's a Saturday morning, so probably there's quite a few people on the internet. It's as clear as a bell here for me, but yeah, sometimes it just means, and if it's nighttime over there for you, maybe there's a lot of people on the internet. So I use double-sided tape just to, because it's an embossed image, you've got lots of crevices, lots of ups and downs on this embossed image. So I always find that the double-sided tape is the better way to go. It just sticks it a lot better. Or if you're going to use liquid glue, use quite a bit of liquid glue. Because you need it to get into those crevices to make sure it adheres properly onto the front of your card. So, okay. So we've got that with our double-sided tape, and I'm just going to line that up on the front of my card, just like so. But doesn't that embossed in the foil, doesn't it look gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So I think I'm going to pop that on there and then that on there. I think I'm just going to, okay, I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. Good morning, Jackie. It is stunning, isn't it, Ginny? I know. It's like, when I looked at this, I was like, wow. And I'm going to actually make another one. I'm going to do some gold embossing. I've got another idea as well with that gorgeous flower stamp. So I'm going to make a couple of cards like this. This would be absolutely stunning for a wedding card. That's why I got the Last a Lifetime bundle. If you haven't seen this Last a Lifetime bundle, I've only just got it actually out of the mini catalogue, and it is absolutely a gorgeous stamp set for wedding cards. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to pop that one up as well. So I'm going to pop that onto dimensionals. And I thought that the gorgeous metallic edge ribbon would look really, really beautiful with this. So I've got that. And I'm thinking a gorgeous bow would look beautiful. I absolutely love this ribbon, the white one with the silver and this very vanilla one with the gold. It is my go-to ribbon for so many things, and it just adds that beautiful bling, excuse me, bling onto your card. It's just stunning. Okay. I'm thinking just there on the side, rather than, I don't want to cover up too much of that flower that we've embossed. So I'm thinking maybe just on the side like that would look quite nice. So I'll do my double-sided tape once again. And I'll just pop it onto that corner there. Okay, my take your pick tool's disappeared. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. I told you I had a mess on my desk. Couldn't find the take your pick tool. Okay, so we're going to pop that one in there like that. I'm going to do an insert for it as well. And I think I might actually cut out that gorgeous frame once again. For the insert. So this is actually created a really nice insert for cards, this framelit. So I think we will get a lot of use out of it for just creating a little bit of interest on the inside of our cards. So I'll just run that through. So once again, I'm using the precision plate. And yes, you'll find that it does tend to give your dies a little bit of a bend, but I find that the next time I'll run it through upside down. So I don't really have an issue with it doing that. But it makes the framelits cut out so much better. So I'm going to pop that on the insert, but I think I want to stamp, there's a gorgeous stamp here that says, hoping you experience love and joy today, tomorrow, and always. So I think that will be stunning, so I'll do that. So I am sorry, I am incorporating different stamp sets in here, but it screamed out wedding. Oh, you want to get one of the wood blocks to make the bows? Do you know what? I have a bow maker and I don't know how to use it. So I just tie my bows. Ginny's saying, look how easily I tie bows. But do you know what? Maybe it's years of practice. I don't know. But so I'm actually not going to emboss inside. I'm going to show you my trick if I have it here. Oh, where is my crumb cake ink? I might just use Sahara sand. Can't find my crumb cake ink. It's not there for some reason. Oh, there it is. It's up the top. Okay, so I use crumb cake ink. When I want it to look like gold, I use crumb cake ink. And I also use our smoky slate for if I want it to look silver. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on there. Hoping you experience love and joy today, tomorrow, and always. And there is a gorgeous flower in here. Although, you know what? I think I could stamp the big flower. Okay, I'm going to try something here. It may work, it may not work, but we will see. Okay, so I have the large flower here. I might try with Sahara sand and stamping off and just see how it looks. I'll bring in my scrap piece of paper again. And use Sahara sand. Now when I've got a big stamp, I take the ink pad to the stamp instead of, let me see what this is going to look like. That, and then that. Yes, I want that. Can you see that? It just gives that nice hint of the stamp. Oops. So once again, take the ink pad to the stamp. I just told you to do that, and then I did it the other way. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on. Oh, that is stunning. Can you see that? Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Okay, all right. So we'll pop those stamps over there. We'll get that into the insert of the card. And I think to make this look really nice, I think I'm going to pop a little bit of ribbon on the inside as well. Yes. Because if I'm going to do this as a wedding card, I want it to look super stunning. So, okay, I'm going to turn that over. And I haven't poked out all the holes out of this just for the video's sake. I'm not going to bother doing it, but I would normally have spent the time to get all those little pieces out of that. But as I said, just for time's sake this morning, I'm not going to bother. Okay, so that, like that, and across the bottom. Like that. And then glue that to the insert. So who's absolutely falling in love? Mini Mate is saying this suite is looking like a must-have. It is. It is stunning. I can tell you, when they decided, when they were coming out with it, I was like, wow, I ordered it straight away. So at the moment, if you decided to order it, you can order it in your starter kit. So we have this special, and this lasts only until the end of this month. So you can join right now, and you can put the majority of this suite into your starter kit. You get to choose $235 worth of product. You only pay $169. You get this little mini trimmer. You get this designer series paper. You get the stamp of your choice. So you might like to get the Last a Lifetime stamp or something else. But it is simply stunning, and you only pay $169. And then you get a discount of 20% on all of your next orders while ever you stay current. So that offer lasts only until the 31st of March. So I would love to have you as part of my team. So if you wanted to join and you want to get your hands on this bundle straight away, you'll see my phone number was in the comments. Yes, you will definitely not be sorry. So I'm just going to pop at some of these gorgeous little, this is just going to finish it off. Absolutely. Look at that. Now, are you in love with this suite? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's get away from the Last a Lifetime, and we might just try a similar card. So I have another card base here. I'll pop that one aside. Have another card base. So I've got, once again, cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, and I'm going to fold that in half. Lynn's saying, you want this. Yes, Lynn. You can get it. You're in my team, so you can actually purchase it. If you need to call me this afternoon, I would be happy to help you out with that. So as I said, we as demonstrators can get our hands on it right now, which is fantastic. So, okay, so I'm going to grab another piece of my very vanilla cardstock. And sorry, I'm not prepared for this one, so we'll have to cut a piece here. So we're going to do that at, I'm thinking 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. By 3 1/2. And I'm also going to need an insert for the inside at 5 1/2. Okay, by 3 3/4. So that's for my inside. All right. So we've got that for the inside. Oh, and that one for the outside. Now, we have these gorgeous edge framelits, so I actually want to do, okay, so I want to do some embossing on this, so I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper again, and we're going to use that gorgeous large flower stamp, which I'll need to clean it off. And I'm going to do a little bit of embossing around the outside edges. So we'll clean that off. Okay, so once again, because I'm going to emboss, I need to use my embossing buddy. So all over. Linda's saying she would love to. Yes, I know, Linda. It's hard. I know you're having a hard time. I know with all this virus that's going around. Yes, it's very hard for people that work casual when things get cancelled. They even cancelled the car boot markets here in town on Sunday, tomorrow. So it's affected us as well. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp around the outside edges with this gorgeous flower. And I'm using the Versamark ink once again. And we will pop some gold embossing powder on those. So I'm just going to ink that up again. So I'm just going around the outside edges here just to create a bit of a floral border. And ink it up again and just in there. Okay. So I'll pop the lid on that and I'll grab my gold embossing powder again and we will pop some embossing powder over that. So there you can see all of my images there. Just need a bit more on there. That's good. Okay, so I'll pop that back into the container. And we'll bring in the heat gun again and we'll, oh, I haven't, there's a bit there I've missed. Go again. So it's really important to make sure you get everything covered with your embossing powder. If you see bits that aren't covered, you just need to go over them again before you go to heat. Because once you heat, it's too late. It could look nice on a dark base, but you'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute, Lynn. You're one jump ahead of me, but I'm not actually going to put a dark base on it, but yeah, you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in the heat tool. I'm going to emboss that. And the reason I always do it from underneath as well is that it will tend to curl your cardstock, but it curls it down and makes it better to glue on to your project when it's curled downwards. Really need to use my tweezers for this. But you can see there, you can see that gorgeous gold appearing. It's a fairly large floral image as well, so it takes a little bit of time to get all that embossed. But just be patient. You don't have to wave your heat tool around. You just be patient and hold it, and you can follow it with the heat. You can see it changing your embossing. And once your heat gun's heated up, it you can see there, you can just follow it. Just a couple of bits there left, and we're all done. All done. Oh, no, there's a bit there I've missed. There it is. Now I'm all done. Okay. So isn't that just beautiful? Yes, where the Versamart lin is on the scrap paper, yes, the embossing powder will stick to it. Ginny, the reason that I do it from underneath, as I said, it curls your cardstock over this way. So it's really good when you go to glue your layers on that it's not curling up the wrong way. But also it doesn't blow your heat embossing powder everywhere as well. So I've always done it from below, but it's personal choice. It doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. It's just, it's my personal choice what I do. And I now have embossing powder everywhere, all over my desk. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is bring in a piece of gold foil and find a paper trimmer around here. There it is. And I'm going to cut that at 5.5 by 3 3/4. Okay. All right. So just like that. Okay. But I think what I want to do is I want to use one of these edgelet dies down one edge. So I think I want to use the edgelet die. I might cut this one down. Yeah, I think I want to use the edgelet die on this one. So it goes that way. All right, so I'm going to run that through the machine, through my die cutting machine. Sorry, I am just winging it with this, but we'll soon see what we get. Okay, so one of these edges cuts. So you'll see on this framelit, here it has a continuous edge all the way along. So that's actually going to be the cut edge. This one will actually stay in your cardstock. So I want to put the cut edge out towards the outside of that gold foil. Okay. And then we're going to run that through. And I've just looked and my plate is not sitting on there correctly. I need to push that further through. There. My base plate wasn't totally underneath that, so I'll run that back through again. And hopefully that's cut it properly. Are you ready for this? You're going to be wowed by it. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So I sort of want that coming down through here like that, I think is the plan. Yes, that looks quite nice. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to glue those together like that. And then I'm actually going to trim that because that didn't go right through to the end. I'm just going to doctor this up a little bit so that it looks normal. Like that. And then I might just go like that and like that. Oh, look at that. So that looks better. So then it doesn't look out of place with that bottom bit. See, because the bottom bit was just that tad too long for that piece. So I just pop out all those pieces that shouldn't be in there. Okay. So like that. And then this piece we're going to pop onto there. Okay, I'm going to cut that bit down. Yep, I'm going to leave that it goes there. I'm going to cut that bit down. So I'm just going to measure that where it needs to be. I need to cut it 2 5/8 is where it needs to be. So it's called improvising here, 2 5/8, which is there. That. And that's cute because it's got a little bit of gold still happening there, and then it goes into that gorgeous pattern. So that looks pretty. I'm thinking it looks all right. What do you think, everyone? And then I might pop a bit of ribbon around that as well. So I'm going to glue that on. And I'm going to use my double-sided tape because you can't wait to play with it. Hey, Mari, how you going? Yeah, I know. It is super gorgeous. Have you got it yet, Mari? Because it is stunning. I've had it since Thursday, but I wasn't able... Oh, sorry, I've had it since Wednesday, but I wasn't able to play with it. I had to go and get my nose operated on Thursday morning. So it sort of sat here on Thursday afternoon, and I was like, I did have fun. I'll show you if I can find the bit that I cut out here. This is what I had fun with. Thursday afternoon, this was my big effort. That's as far as I got, was actually creating that. And I was like, this is just beautiful. So, because I wasn't really up for crafting because I had 5 stitches in my nose. So I wasn't really up for that much crafting. So, but I still wanted to play. I was like, oh, I'm not really up to crafting, but I still want to have a play with it. So that's what I did. I just came out and started getting into the dies and seeing what the dies would do. So. Okay. Pop that on there like that. Okay. So that's good. And then I think I'm going to bring in that gorgeous ribbon again, and I think I'm going to do a bit of ribbon going down through there, which is looking quite nice. Okay, so double-sided tape on the back of that. There. Yes, I will probably, the off-cut lin, I may just pop that on the insert on the inside, because you don't want to waste anything, that's for sure. Okay, get rid of that ruler out of my way. Okay. Gail says she was thinking of using the dies on Christmas cards. I think would be very, very pretty. Gorgeous. There and there. Oh, okay, you're away at the moment, Mari. Okay. So I think that's definitely got to be popped up. Actually, no, I'm going to glue it down, directly down. Mainly because of that piece there. I want that to actually sit nicely on the card. So I'm just going to pop a little couple of glue dots around because I don't want to get a great deal of glue on my foil. But that will make it sit. Whoops. And I'm thinking I could have the card going this way too. Which I might do that. Look at that. Okay. Got to get into the thank you here. All right. Let's use, what have we got here? That one. Let's use that. Should we use that? Yep, I think that and this one. All right, so I'm going to grab a scrap piece of my Very Vanilla. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to emboss that in gold. So I'm going to grab this thank you, the big thank you. Let's see what it looks like embossed in gold. There. And then I'm sure that's going to cut that out, which yes it will. All right. So Versamark, I need to put that on straight. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that border out of, sorry, the framelit out of Very Vanilla, but I'm also going to cut it out of gold and we'll work out which way we want it to go. Bring in my scrap paper again. Okay, so thank you. And we'll emboss that. I never get tired of seeing that embossing powder change from powder to a beautiful cream rich gold. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. I never tire of it. I'm always in awe. Every time it happens, I'm like, that is just gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to cut that out. So we're going to see whether we're going to do it in the cream or whether we're going to do it in a gold piece. Okay, let's bring that embossing, oh, sorry, the big shot in again. Okay, so we might do it just with the that way. Then I'm going to go back. Now, I'm sure that's going to be okay for my thank you, but I don't know whether that other one's going to be cut out properly. We'll see. So thank you. And let's see what we've got here. Oh, yeah, it's cut out all right. Okay. I'm actually going to run it back through this way just to make it cut out a little bit better. So as you can see, I've turned it upside down and then I'm going to run it back through. And fingers crossed I've got it lined up properly. And you can see it makes the bits pop out a lot better. Okay. All right. So we'll do that. Now, let me see if you think that we should do it with the cream. I'm going to grab a bit of the gold and pop the gold on as well. And we'll see if we should do it in gold or if we should do it in the cream. So I'll bring that big shot back in again. Okay, put my framelit on. Pop my gold over the top and run that through. I'll run it through a couple of times to make sure I've got it good. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so let me know your choice here. Do you think the gold behind it? So type it into the comments. The gold behind it or the cream behind it? Gold or cream? Gold, gold. I'm not sure, Linda. I don't think we sell it anymore. You would have to have a look in our online store. I don't think we sell the precision platform anymore. You would probably still be able to get it on eBay, I would say, or something like that. The gold wins hands down. The gold is the winner. Okay, so we're definitely going to do gold. All right. So I'm going to pop that up onto some dimensionals. Okay, so one there. And I thought I was going to save some time by using the edge bits and then everything came off with it. It's Murphy's Law, isn't it, when you're trying to save time? There. Okay. So that is going to go on to... Yeah, I'm not sure, Linda. You would have to have a look. I know we sell the blue embossing plates, but I don't think we... Oops. I don't think we sell the other. Oh, I mucked that one up. Okay, let's get here and get over the... Oh! Get over the top of this. That's a bit better. Yeah. Much better. Okay. So that... And that, yeah, I'm going to pop that one up on dimensionals as well. And we won't try and save time this time. We'll just pop some individually on there. Actually, we probably could save time by this one. Here. Oh dear. What am I doing here this morning? I'm just going to blame it on that I have stitches in my nose. Let's just blame it on that. My thinking is not working this morning. You haven't seen it in the annual catalogue, Cheryl? I don't think we sell it, to tell you the truth. I think when the big shot went, I think that went as well. Yeah, I don't honestly think we sell it anymore. Okay. And I can honestly tell you I haven't used mine for a long time, but I got it out for these dies, for these framelits. Okay, so we have that. And then I think we need a bow for sure. See, I'm jinxed now. Apparently I made bows look easy, but I'm not on this one, but anyway. That's it. That's looking pretty good. So we'll go snip. And snip. Okay. I now have metallic edge ribbon all the way across my room because that just rolled off my desk and went all the way across my room. I think it might be nearly time for me to stop somehow. Yes, I have stitches in my nose, Geraldine. I had a skin cancer removed from the bridge of my nose on Thursday. So I have 5 stitches in my nose. So you're not getting to see my face this morning. Normally I show my face, but it won't be happening with the stitches in my nose. And I should get the stitches out next Thursday. So hopefully next weekend I will be good to go that you get to see me again. I keep telling everybody I've had a nose job. Yes, embossing does make them special, Mari. That is so true. Okay, so we have a gorgeous bow there. What did I do with my beautiful gems? There they are behind me. Because we need some bling. These, I think, are going to be like one of our biggest sellers, I think. Thank you, Geraldine. Yes, it's just one of those things. And I'm okay. It's just part and parcel of life. I have that type of skin. I have no choice. I have my mother's skin, which is exactly what the doctor said to me on Thursday. He said, you have your mother's skin. We have to keep an eye on it. And I'm like, yes, I know. So I'm just going to pop a few of those gorgeous gems around. Thinking one there. And maybe... where to put the next one? I actually don't think I like that gem there. I don't think I like that. Take that off from there. Or we could put one on each end of that. Would look all right. Doesn't look too bad. That looks good. They look like little brads. Not bad. Okay, so we need to do something for the insert of the card. I'm not going to take the time to... Oh, could we use this on the insert of the card? That could look pretty on the inside of the card. So, oh, no, we had that offcut. Where did the offcut go? Did anyone see what I did with the offcut? There it is. Okay. Can we use the offcut in here? Like that. And then that. Nope. Nope. Nope, not using the offcut. I'm just going to do that. I think that looks really pretty, but we need to stamp something in here. Maybe we've done thank you on the front. Maybe so grateful on the inside. So grateful, and maybe so grateful for all you do or something like that. So we'll take that off there and pop so grateful on there. Okay, and once again, I might actually just use my Sahara sand on this one. Or actually, yes, Sahara sand. So I'm going to use Sahara sand for so grateful. There. And I'm going to use, what else? Is that one safe for all you do? Yes, it is. Maybe from the bottom of my heart. That sounds nice. So grateful. Thank you, so grateful. Ah, for all your help. That sounds good. For all your help. There it is. That one. So grateful for all your help. And I might do that in crumb cake, so it's a little bit different to the Sahara sand. So grateful for all your help. And I think that will be nice. Get rid of that. So grateful for all your help. Any black eyes? No, I don't have any black eyes. I actually thought I was going to wake up the next day with black eyes, but I'm okay. No black eyes. I took the dressing off this morning. I've just got a, I've got 5 stitches, but I've just got like the, oh, what's it called? Fix-A-Mole strip that's on there. So I've got this big white strip down the bridge of my nose. So, so yeah, I'm not looking too crash hot, but yeah, it's not too bad. I actually thought it was going to be worse. I thought I was going to come out with this massive big, this big white wad of, of bandage on my nose, but it wasn't like that at all. So I'm just going to bring back in those cards that we've made today. So we've done the gorgeous thank you. We've done this beautiful Mr. and Mrs. We've done these 2 gorgeous thank you cards using the designer series paper. And my little card, where did it go? This little one that thanks with the little matching envelope. So I hope you all enjoyed that. If this is the first time you've watched my YouTube channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, which is down below in the right hand corner. And don't forget to turn that bell notification on, because it notifies you every time I upload a video or every time I go live with a video. I go live here. Thank you, Ginny. I go live here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And I would love for you, if you live in Australia and you wanted to purchase any of these products, if you wanted to join my team, once again, we have the beautiful joining special of you get to choose $235 worth of product for $169. Now, if you are interested, you get the little mini trimmer, you get the designer series paper, you get a stamp set of your choice. You can pop the things out of the Ornate Garden Suite into your starter kit today if you simply cannot wait. Otherwise, it is available to customers on the 1st of April. So it's a few weeks away. So if you wanted to pop them into your starter kit, or if you're Demonstrator, you can go into your Demonstrator portal and you can find it under the Happening Now tab. You can see that we can order right now. So Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone. Please feel free, if you're watching this back later on with the replay, please comment. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. If you would like to share my video, that I would really appreciate that. It helps me bring you more videos like this. And thank you all for bearing with me with my stitches in my nose and my bit of an airhead attitude this morning. But thank you everyone, and have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.